Right there. Oh, you can hear me? Hang on. Yeah, so did I. I only remembered like half an hour ago. Oh. Yeah, I no, didn't do last Thursday nor last Saturday because I just needed some time to myself. Yeah, try and put down a good time before I do up. Yeah, it's just before I start trying to get the stupid ones done like truck trailers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I took the week off for mental health reasons. Oh, that was a good transition. Yeah, yeah. No, it's mainly due to the fact that I finish university in a year, and then I have no plans. I've gone back and I've done doing university, uh, which be your college over there at stateside, and I've got one more year left. I've just got a foundation degree. I'm going for the top up to get a honorary bachelor's in. I think it's bachelor's in science in game design and development, which will take a year to do. And then I have no plans for the rest of my life. No, the plans will make themselves. Well, I spent like 5, 6 years doing nothing for basically my entire 20s. Then COVID happened and it kicked me up the arse and I've gone back to university. Gone back to do some education. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Oh, hi Grievous. Yeah. It's just hard to keep going sometimes. I hate this time of the year. I've got the sun directly on my back. Thankfully it's not on the screen yet. Give it an hour and it'll be on my screen, so it'll be hard to see. At least it's going to start going, sun over here is going to start going down earlier. Might go down at like 9:30 tonight. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Well, that's why I went back to education. It's something I knew how felt most comfortable in. Yeah, stop, stop, stop. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I get paid by the government, so I'm living relatively comfortable, but everything still costs an arm and a leg. And I've got a feeling they're gonna kick me off soon. Or at the very least, they're gonna reduce it. They're supposed to have done it about a year ago, but because of COVID, everything's been pushed back. And I'm just hoping they've forgotten about me and I'll just slide under the radar, continue to get paid. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no. I it don't matter. Most of the time when we're racing, like a Friday night, on a Friday, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just driving on autopilot. Because on the Fridays when we're doing it over here, it's like 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, no, I just know this map like back of my hand. I should know, I've been playing it for 10 years. Yeah. But yeah, no, what I'm planning on doing is hopefully making video games for a living. I have a few ideas, but I need to set up business and whatnot. I'm not going to be in the next AAA, I'm not going to be a Rockstar or shit, I ain't going to make next GTA. Well, I say that, I am going to make a GTA, but I'm not releasing it for sale because copyright infringement. Oh god, yeah. Oh, I'll probably have a Discord server set up for my games like that, and just let people who want to come in just look, and then it'll only be for PC because I don't have licenses for Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to get one, it's just licensing fees. And considering Xboxes are essentially just computers, shouldn't be that hard to make it work. Yeah, I think the main transition will be just controller mapping. But then again, when I make PC games, when I'm making these PC games, I'm also making sure there's a controller support anyway. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, see that's my yeah. Ah right, yeah. You understand the basics, yeah. Yeah. See, well, I've just had to recently do my CV, which is similar to what your resumes are, and I was told put any programming languages that I know, put that on there, because it'll help you getting a job. It's like, well, I guess if I'm going into the video game industry, knowing how to code is going to be good. But when I get text messages and whatnot from career service, like, oh, jobs and stuff for video games and stuff, it's like, yeah, but that's all the way in that county, not the county I'm living in. Essentially, it's the other side of the country because that's where the university is. I mean, it's literally only about an hour and a half away, but that's not the point. I mean, that's an hour and a half if you're to drive it. I don't drive. I catch the bus and train, so it takes me the best part of 2 hours. Yeah. No, the bus is for 20 minutes. It's the train that I'm on for like an hour. No, I just put headphones on and listen to music. as I go through the countryside, because it's up and over some hills. Close, uh, England, northwest England in Manchester. Yeah, British. Fair enough. Yeah. Don't worry, I forget shit all the time. I mean, I can tell you the entire bus route from when I was a child, but what I did last week, who the fuck knows? There's something like that, yeah. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, no, I ended up in like nearly a dozen different schools growing up because we kept moving. If I use it in US school terms, I essentially went to 7 elementary schools and 2 high schools. I've also been to one college, which you'd still call high school, the last 2 years of your high schools. I've been to one of them, and this is now my second university. I've spent most of my life in education. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. As long as you learn something. Yeah. Fair enough. Hmm. Or if you were to ask the doctors, I wasn't supposed to last the weekend from when I was born. Well, it was well, I have hole in my heart, and I had my food pipe didn't connect to my stomach. Had to have operation at day old, and the doctors were like, turned to my parents. My mum had just turned, was just about to turn 21. My dad was about to turn 18, and they were told, "Don't get attached. He's not going to love the weekend. Then he's not going to live the week, month, year." 31 years later, I'm still kicking. 31. Yeah. My hypothesis is I'm immortal because I've not died yet. Well, I've not died and stayed dead. When I was young, I was told we used to have an ambulance on speed dial. Not a hospital or anything, the actual ambulance. Because I kept stopped breathing when I was young. That's a bad line. Oh god, yeah. Exactly. Oh god, yeah. Any game, come on. Yeah. Ah, I ain't getting no world record, but I might get a new personal best, so I might as well keep trying. TuesFred spirit. I guess he's not shown up. I was talking with a guy early from university, and he was like, "Oh, I'll pop onto your stream and say hi later." I was literally talking to him about 2 hours ago. And it's like I have to go and eat something before I stream. Nothing too healthy. Oh no, it's my tea, my dinner, and it's like the only thing I've eaten today. Nice foot long sub from Subway. and then I get it delivered to my door. Yeah, that's the one thing I both love and hate, getting stuff delivered. I get my weekly shopping delivered because I can. It costs me £3 to get it delivered. Well, as cheap as £3. It can go up to £6 if there's not many spaces left, and it's in high demand. But I get it. Yeah, I just get it delivered directly from the supermarket. The supermarket delivers it themselves, and they bring it into my building, and they bring it all the way upstairs to the 3rd floor. Shit, I should have jumped there. The only annoying thing is then they dump it out. They leave the trays on the ground, and I have to unload everything at the door. And then once they've well, they used to have carrier bags, and you just grab the carrier bags out of the trays. Then they changed it to these plastic liners. You can just about hold the stuff in. And then they've got rid of that because, plastic's evil and all that shit. It's like, you expect me to grab all of this stuff? It's like, all the drinks or whatnot, it's like, all the cans. You expect me to just grab it up, take it all out one by one, while you're just stood there watching. Come on, come back up the hills. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Oh, that was nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Greaves. It just loves to spin around. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, when it doesn't matter if you're off-road or on-road, it just keeps on going. To be yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, it is based off one of the all-time rally cars from the 80s. No, the Omnis is not a Renault. The new one is the Renault. The Pinot, that's a Renault. The yeah, oh, fuck, I need speed. The Omnis is fuck. I'm gonna get slack from this if I forget. If I don't remember. I think it's an 032. Yeah. Yeah, oh shit, I didn't have the speed. Oh, I'll make it. I'll get to the finish line. Yeah. 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 Yeah, because you can't buy them anymore because Rockstar got rid of nearly 200. Yeah. It was a good time, Grievous. Oh, yeah. The HSW stuff, yeah. Ooh. Fair enough. Yeah. Eh, yeah. Then, when it comes to driving in real life, I don't drive, but I can drive, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, you feel it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, fuck, wrong one. Yeah. Without feeling it, you can't quite get it, yeah. Happy to be a part of it, yeah. Yeah, I think. Oh, I already have one. I already have a saddler. Is it the saddler? I think I've got a pink saddler because my niece, when she was like 3, she upgraded it for me when I wasn't home. To be fair, this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, saying this was back when they had the iFruit app on your phones to upgrade your cars and stuff. So if you look at all my custom cars, they all have the same license plate, which is my name in game, except from the pink saddler. Yeah, except from the pink saddler. All right. Yeah, I know. Agree with that. I don't know where he is tonight. Neither him nor Vince have decided to show up. Hmm. Well, it's just practice, isn't it? Do you want to back out and go check? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can check while you're swimming. That's what I usually do. But yeah, no, in terms of driving in real life, I've never had a license, but I've driven once before. I went to one of those. Yeah, the only time I've driven in real life was one of these experience days when I was 13. And then apparently, according to my mum, who took me there and watched me, she was about to have a go at the people hosting the event, but she didn't think they let me drive. I was that good. She couldn't tell the difference. But no, one of the thing I'm more proud of is I've driven a steam train. I mean, it was one of those little. You pay £5 and you move it back and forth up the siding for a few minutes, and that was it. But the two people that were there, they were there on the train as well, monitoring and watching me. But it was me who was in control of the locomotive, so it's something not most people can say. They've driven steam trains. I'm hoping to go and see some more soon. Well, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. Yeah, it's going to look like it's going to cost me £150, so about $160, $170, for me and one other to travel to a heritage line and ride on the train. And it's a literal all-day experience. Out the door at 6 in the morning, get back at 10 at night. Oh, yeah. Oh god, I hate it when that happens, yeah. But yeah, oh god, I'm not going to be able to set any world records. Not with everybody else being sweaty tryhards. I mean, they do all their brake boosting and stuff to exploit the game to go even faster. I can't do that, so I just don't even try. Because if you try and you fail, you actually lose time, so it's like, I might as well just keep going. Just stay consistent. Yeah, no, it's the trains over here in the UK that'll rob you blind. I mean, if I wanted to go to university, just the train alone cost me like 16, 17 pounds, so it's like $20 to travel 40 miles and back. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, and that's on the cheap end. That's with the cheap company on the nice long journey. On the roundabout one that don't go direct. Oh, really? A Rapid GT and a 9F? Yeah, there's nothing good coming up. Yeah, no, I think the most expensive train ticket you can get in the UK, well, at one point, it was kind of, not in the news itself, but it's kind of known with the people who like trains and stuff, when a single ticket from one end of the country to the other via London, overnight, became over £1,000. And that's, I think that's three trains and the London Underground, and it costs over £1,000 one way. But that is from the bottom of the country to the very top of the country. Well, as far as the trains go, anyway. Expensive. Yeah. Well, the yeah. Well, the thing is with British ones over here in Britain is ours is hardly not existent anymore. In the 60s, we had like 4 times the amount of tracks we have right now. Because it was all owned by the government, British Rail, and they were losing money to trucks and planes and stuff. And so they brought in somebody who may or may not have had family ties into a tarmac industry who make roads. And he turned around and was like, well, we need to shut down nearly everything. And then the government did it. Yep. It used to be you could catch a train from pretty much any town to any town. But now it's just main lines and a few branch lines. There's hardly anything left. It's ridiculous. Mm. Oh god, no, it's not. Oh god, yeah, it's a decent car to get off the start. It's just you want to hopefully look for something better than a Uno if you can. Yeah, yeah, about the same still. Yeah, yeah. Well, saying what I tend to do is, as you come down the off ramp, and you do that left to go to the jump. I let go off the accelerator and tap my brake going around that bend, just to make sure I'm not swinging out too wide, and then overcorrecting it. Just so I can try and set myself up for a better line. It only works most of the time, not all the time though. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's like a glove with that landing. You didn't blow up. I think, yeah. I think the worst place to blow up on a TuesFred is when you're near the top of Chiliad. Because then you have to come all the way back down to the airport. Mm. You lose about 10 minutes if you're there at the top of Chiliad without getting the checkpoint. And at that point, you've just have no hope in any decent time. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, no. Is that about me or is that about the Ranged Grievous? Yeah, there's Rapid GT like wants to kick up now. Oh god, yeah. Jesus Christ. Not even your brake boosted. I've never been able to do a brake boost. Yeah. But yeah, no, in regards to this race, it's just practice. It's like, Vince, Vinny? It's like doing world records here, there and everywhere, and he's one of the tryhards. Um, Before we joined up with this Discord and came racing with everyone, it was me, Jake, and Vince together, and me and Jake showed him the race, and we had to drive slowly to show him the route. Oh, that was a jump. Oh shit, yeah, I just remembered about the Banshees. Yeah, there was this thing years ago where Rockstar and I think it's Chevrolet, they got together and I think it's Chevrolet, they basically created a real life Banshee. I mean, it is just... ooh, ooh. Of course we're going to wreck it, it's an INF. It wrecks itself. No, not yet. I'm just about to... yeah, just to... no, I'm just about to come out the tunnel and start climbing. Yeah, I watched Verdlith's and RBS's recent video. Well, not the recent videos they've just put up, but from a few days ago with the cannonballs. Despite RBS being, you know, a world record holder and whatnot, I was surprised where at each checkpoint he was pausing and putting a GPS waypoint down to the next checkpoint. And then again, I think with them lot, they've practiced a lot on this race, so they only know this race. Mm. Oh god, yeah. But it's like you could tell me a name of a building, a sort of, you know, a named building, and I'd be like, 9 times out of 10 I'll be able to know exactly how to get there, and the other 10% of the time, the other 1% of the time I'll be like, hang on, I'll have a look at the map, and for a split second I'll look at it, I don't need a GPS, I'll just know exactly how to get to it. But that's 10 years... nah, I don't care. Oh, was it Thursday? Oh, yeah, that's one thing I always find funny with GTA 5. Off-road vehicles are not that good off-road. And cars you think are forward... yeah. And I blew up. Oh, yeah, I got the checkpoint. It was on my way down. Time to go fly. Yeah. Right, time to go fly my bike. Yeah. Yeah, this is how you fly a bicycle. Did I just go through a wait a second. Oh, I did take it out. On my screen, I just phased through a fence. Oh, look what we'll do. Actually. We gotta get out of here. Oh. Yeah. You'd think the SUVs and stuff would be. That's one thing, when I make my own GTA, that's one thing I'm not doing. Making damn bushes spin you out. Oh god, yeah, they add a little bit more realism. Yeah, but it's just way... Oh god, yeah, but it's just, it seems to be overpowered in this game. The hell is that? Oh, let's hope you don't. Let's hope you don't blow up. Oh, jeez. I must be getting popular. It looks like I've got spam on my stream chat. Are you sure? It might be an off-roader, but it don't mean it's going to get up. Oh, yeah, Sanchez. Yeah, I thought it said San King. Yeah, no, Sanchez should be able to get up. I do find it funny, it's like some SUVs and whatnot. Nope, you can't go off-road. You take your open-wheel your open-wheel race cars. Oh yeah, that'll can climb easy. Yeah. 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 To be fair, I think it's more to do with the SUVs genre in total in real life as well. They're supposed to be the sporty hip one stuff that typically only. Mm, yeah, I'm talking about like real life. It's like oh, this is an SUV. And it's like no, or the crossovers is another one. It's like this is just where people are making money. They don't care. They're not taking them off road. It's just the big vehicles being used to take kids to school. It's just ridiculous. It's even worse over here because our roads are smaller. I mean, on our main roads, our lanes are just. You haven't. As I said, over here, most of our road lanes on our roads that have buses going down them, they just yeah, they can have buses and whatnot. The buses are just the lanes are just about as wide as the bus. And the semi trucks and whatnot, it's like yeah, sometimes they get sent down roads where they shouldn't really go down. Every now and then you see a video or something of a semi truck getting stuck somewhere because they followed GPS. I mean, I think one thing that makes loads of people, especially Americans, they're like, holy shit, is what we call country roads. It looks like a one-lane road, a very narrow one-lane road, but it's actually a two-way road, and the speed limit is 70 miles. No, sometimes it's not even enough room for two cars, but it's a two-lane road with a speed limit of 70 miles an hour. What you're supposed to do is, if another car's coming the other way, you stop and then you try and give room. If you have to reverse back and find a pulling over place to let them squeeze past. I mean, they are fun to go down at 70 miles an hour at night. Yeah, that's one thing I wish they'd have. Shows what actual speed we're doing. Because the speed in this game is all wrong. Apparently I'm doing just over... No, my trailer. Yeah, you could probably just Google UK country road and you'd be like, no, you'd probably think that's somebody's driveway or something. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I think one... Ooh. I think one of the the funniest things I've ever heard was... before the Queen died, she used to drive a lot. And she used to go around doing like 70 miles an hour on these country roads with bodyguards in the back. And there was this one occasion where she had some diplomats. I think it was the leader of Saudi Arabia, and in Saudi Arabia they don't let women drive. So she opened the door to let him in the back. Then she climbed in the front seat, and apparently he was shocked. And then she started bombing it around her estate, casually talking to them while he was scared. Oh yeah, the bison's lovely. Oh, so Jake is around. She just messaged me on Discord. Well, 20 minutes ago. Well, as long as over time you get quicker, that's all that matters. You sure? Alright, okay. I need to find someone to come with me to steam trains. It's the second famous steam line in Wales. Yeah. Hopefully the next one you can finish. Maybe if I get something nice, big and slow. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I slow way the hell down and even brake just to keep it under control. Because, like you say, you can't feel the vehicle. Just a few, yeah. Got your parachute? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, God. Just looked over to my computer, to YouTube, and there's this, I believe he's Canadian, talks about transit, and he's going to be talking about delays and stuff, and he's shown a picture of a British train. I mean, if one of our trains is within half an hour of its scheduled time, it's not late. Actually, if a train has to be 15 minutes behind schedule before you can even get anything back, before you can even claim any money back. So what they'll do is that even if you're 15 minutes behind, they'll change it to say, oh no, you're 14 minutes behind. I physically watched our stations. It's like, oh yeah, the train's due in, say, 16 minutes, and then it changes to 15. Even though it's not been a minute, just because they want it to look like it's on time ish. Yeah, there's been companies over here that's been essentially given final warnings by the government for not running on time and delaying and cancelling all that shit. They do it all the time. Everyone does it. The companies are slowly being taken up back over by the government again. Oh god, yeah. No, you know. Yeah. But yeah, no, I went out to a museum the other week with my sister's other half and their two kids. We got like 2/3 of the way to where we were going. We were 20 minutes out, one station left, and the train we were on was cancelled. Because they were like, oh, there's some points further up near the next station that's broken and they needs fixing, so the train's terminating here, get off. And so we had to do a 40-mile diversion. And even that wasn't a 100% guarantee. Yeah. But thankfully, our tickets allowed us just to go between the station we got on and the station we go into. So it's like, go as long as you get between the two stations, they don't care what train you're on. It was non-restricted. Plus, when we were getting on the other ones to go on the diversion, I went up to the train conductor and it's like, you mind if we jump on? They're like, yeah, sure. Because those trains usually need reservations in advance. But yeah, no, it's just another day on British Railways. Oh, I've lost my wheelbarrow. Stupid traffic. It's when they just turn all of a sudden to change lane in front of you. Ah, that's fine. I'm going to try and do this, get a time with this. I'm going to try and take the trailer the entire way. I say that and then a car decides to spin out in front of me on purpose and knock my trailer off. No worries. All it means is all the tools in the trailer are gone. But who needs tools? I've got a car. Could be a tool. You need a ham. You need something nailing in. I'll just drive the car into it. Should push it in. Yeah. I mean, all you need to do is pop the wheel up, put a brick on the gas pedal, and there you go. You got some sandpaper. Everything's a tool if you try hard enough. Yeah, and you just clip the fence. Yeah. No, not yet. Ah, yeah, that'll be why. Then I've not seen anything today. Yeah, but a win's a win, so. Oh, no, I'm not gonna. I am considering taking the airport jump with this trailer. I'll get there eventually. I mean, it isn't as slow as other vehicles, so. Yeah. A nice saddler. Although I do want the saddler with the roof rack. I don't, because you can't add the roof rack. It's just a random thing from the traffic, which is stupid. So I'd like to get one with a full-on roof rack, but it's finding one. You know when you hear something, it's like, oh, that sounds American or that sounds British. One thing I always find that sounds very British is the word quintessentially. Quintessentially. It's quintessentially British. Even the word quintessentially is very British. No one else uses it. And I think one of the most funniest thing is back in the 1980s, I think it was back in the 80s, we had something over here called the bus wars, where it was all deregulated and basically anybody could set up a bus company. And so you'd have bus companies going up against each other and trying to steal each other's passengers and driving dangerously. Until the essentially the government came in and were like, no, you're getting big fines and you're being shut down for... What the hell? I hit the curb and my vehicle stopped dead. I don't know how that works. Give me a trailer. Watch me jump. Uh, yeah, I know in the area I live, the next few years, all buses are going to turn yellow. Trying to do something like London is all red. London's been red for decades, and it's like Manchester wants to go yellow. So they've been putting signs up saying, say yellow to your new buses. Because they think they're funny and doing puns. Fucking people. Yeah, it's not working. No. Fine, I'll drive up. I think it was also the pedestrian that was in the way. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just tried keeping it flat in the air, just to make sure it didn't flip out. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, Grievous NPC's got me. It's annoying. Exactly. As long as I don't blow up, that's a win in my books. Really, game? And you get weird physics because you're pulling a trailer. Yeah. Flip over. I mean, it is fun to drive. Yeah, yeah, I've got the snow runner and quite a few stuff. I've even got a few mods for it. So, for example, I've even got a steering wheel and pedals. It wasn't for snow runner, but I can use it in snow runner. But flip over. Oh, I think the trailer's dead. That's annoying. Oh well, not taking the trailer anymore. For fuck's sake. But yeah, I wouldn't even mind the buses going yellow if it was a decent, nice looking yellow. I think just about. it might struggle if. Yeah, it's basically. I think it's one of the. Yeah, just keep momentum. It should work. Yeah, no. When I went out to the museum the other week, it was to take the kids to railway museum to see steam trains and diesels and just old trains and stuff. And while my niece was like, yeah, I'll go, but she wasn't too enthusiastic. And even when there, she didn't seem too enthusiastic about it. You could tell she was enjoying herself. But she's like 11 years old. She's just becoming a teenager. Of course, she's going to pretend she's not having fun. But we got to see the world's fastest steam locomotive. Well, yeah, I've been a few times. You get to touch it as well. You just stand next to it and take some pictures. I think it was 126 miles an hour. Mm. And then more or less right next to it was the Flying Scotsman, the first train to officially hit 100 miles an hour and the most famous train in the world, perhaps only behind Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, no, the Flying Scotsman's been everywhere. She's travelled across the US, she's travelled across Australia. She even set the record for the longest non-stop. I think it was like 5 hours non-stop, straight running at speed. I mean, when she went abroad to the US and Australia, she had to carry a second coal tender so she could carry more water because of the amount of distances. Because here in Britain, because our country's so small, our trains are small. And with the Flying Scotsman, because she was supposed to do the high-speed run between London and Edinburgh in Scotland, you don't want to carry as much fuel as much water as possible. You want to keep it as dry as possible and empty. So they invented this thing where they put a trough in the middle of the tracks. So as it's doing 100 miles an hour, it drops a little scoop and scoops up more water at speed. But that had to be removed eventually when it went into preservation. You can't do that abroad. I mean, they even invented, how steam locomotives have that extra carriage behind them to carry the coal and the water and stuff, the tender, yeah? Yeah, well, the company who made the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard and whatnot, they basically invented one where it has a small corridor inside of it. So they could change the crew, change driver and whatnot, while doing 100 miles an hour. So you you just kept going, you scoop up your water, you change your crew, just all at speed. But I think the thing most... Go on. Will it? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are always going to be people who's like, oh no, but it's not the fastest and whatnot. It's like, so some people say that some Pennsylvanian railroad steam trains went faster, and it's like, maybe, but no one's going to ever admit that because they weren't supposed to and whatnot. This was an actual high-speed test run to test how fast it could go. I mean, officially at the time it wasn't. It was just regular testing. It was nothing to do with high speed because the government have told people to stop high-speed testing trains because it's dangerous. She got to 126, and then as soon as they did, they had to essentially put the brakes on because they were fast approaching a corner that had like a 50 mile per hour limit. They went round at 60. And one of the other competing companies that were doing speed tests and whatnot, they had once pushed a train to do, at the time, fastest. And then they had to slam their brakes on to go around a 40-mile-per-hour corner at a train station. They went round doing about 60 as well. Apparently, the steam locomotive and the entire train only stayed on the tracks because it scrapes the platform. It scrapes along the platform. It literally wanted to roll over, but the platform was in its way, holding it around the corner. And that's when the government was like, "This is getting too dangerous. You can't be pushing trains that fast, that dangerously." They still did, but under the guise of that's not what they're doing. Yeah. I'm impressed the Saddler got up pretty easy. Yeah, no, Britain has a rich history of coming up with crazy things to fix a problem. I mean, how do you stop at a local stop when you're a high-speed train? Simple. You don't. You just let go of the coach as you're doing 100 miles an hour and let that stop on its own. It's dangerous. I'm already on my way down. Oh yeah. Ta-da. Saying I know the US isn't known for its trains and whatnot, but after World War II and whatnot, when all the other European countries were investing into electric and new high-speed rails, Britain decided we should get rid of our steam trains and go diesel, but we didn't build new tracks, and so we were one of the companies making trains were tasked with coming up with how to make a train go even faster on old tracks that curve all the time. And so they decided what they'll do is that if you can't make the track straight, tilt the train. And apparently it worked too well, made people sick. And so British Rail decided, well, we'll just get rid of it then. They sold the technology to Fiat in Italy, and then about 20, 30 years later, we bought trains from Alstom from Italy using the same technology. I mean, the fact is we designed the technology and we were too good at it that the government decides to get the government in Britain just loves to shut down everything. It's like, oh yeah, we'll give you this, underfund you get no results out of it, and therefore say it was a failure and close it down. Everything happens like that. It's ridiculous. But because the government at the time were like, well, you're designing this advanced passenger train, we need a backup just to cover us for a bit. So they designed a non-tilting train, not as fast train. And that train set the world speed record for a diesel hauled locomotive at 148 miles an hour. It still holds it, and this was in the 70s. It came out, and they're only being retired now. It was supposed to be a stopgap for two or 3 years. It lasted nearly 50 years. And they've already been preserved because they're such an icon of British Rail. Yeah, if I, yeah, if I can't, haven't got enough speed to jump, I'll just go peel off to the right and turn left after the trees and just come straight up. There's no jumping involved. Yeah, I am too. I mean, I think you still have I think you still have a door on that car. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've still got one. Yeah, all the good cars come at the end. Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to drive a vehicle. Driving it on its side. No, just on its side. I literally went up onto two wheels, then rolled over to one side, and then I just kept it going for a few hundred yards, and then it just rolled back onto its wheels and kept going as if nothing happened. Oh, there you go. Oh god, yeah. That's why I'm doing this stuff, it's just practice. Fair enough. Yeah. That reminds me, I need to recreate my race from years ago. What, mine or yours? Yeah, no, that wasn't going to do it there. Yeah, it's the traffic as well. Feck it, I'll go to the bridge. It's very tight, but you can parachute from the bridge all the way to the finish. Yeah. To be fair, this is where I got good at it, by doing this bridge one. Ooh. Sometimes it just doesn't like you. It's rockstar logic for you. Exactly. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. Ah, fair. Oh, I remember. I don't know if you had it over there, but we had it over here for the Snicker bars. We had Mr. T. For some reason, they got Mr. T in from the A team. Uh, Probably. I also remember there was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, I think there was a series of adverts for a brand of bread, and in like one of them they had, and the whole premise was having the Muppets come in and having a famous Hollywood actor. talking to the main guy at Warburton's, the bread company. What was it? Who was it? Jason Statham was in one of them. I remember. No, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one. Trying to think. I know he was in some of the later Fast and Furious films. I'm just trying to think what other films he was in. Uh, yeah. You sure? Fair enough. Yeah, no, our adverts, our commercials for TV, they th- oh, over here they're not trying to sell you anything directly. They're not like buy this product for whatever. It's just like we're just gonna. It's like the main chocolate company over here, Cadbury's. They know you know who Cadbury's are. They know that when you go to a shop, you're gonna buy their chocolate. So they just have fun. It's like one of the adverts was they got a man in a gorilla suit playing the drums to Phil Collins in the air tonight, and that was the entire advert. And then there was one where they had airport vehicles racing on a runway. So Queen's "Don't Stop Me Now." But I think the best advert we've ever had was in 2014 by the supermarket Sainsbury's. It was about the Christmas Day armistice from World War One, where they where both sides put down their guns, went into no man's land, and just and, they were just together and played a bit of football, shared stuff and whatnot. Real event. It was a real event, and the advert was the 100th centenary of it, 100th anniversary of it. So they were just celebrating it, and all proceeds from selling the a certain bar of chocolate would go to the organisation that deals with veterans. Uh, no, I didn't. No, this was 2014 only because it was 100 years. But yeah, they were doing it to celebrate it. But it's like that was just one in loads of adverts we have on the run up to Christmas. It's always we get these adverts. It's like you might get a 5 minute advert for a supermarket. Nothing doesn't tell you anything about the supermarket. It's just an emotional thing where it's like the Man on the Moon by the company John Lewis. It showed a little girl trying to send a message to a guy that's on the moon on his own, and at the end, she manages to give him a telescope with the with it saying that we should be there for those who are alone and stuff, and that they'll be sending donations out for everything you buy and shit. They really do like, especially coming up on Christmas, they really like do selling you feelings over here. But then again, I don't watch TV anymore. I just watch. Funnily enough, I watch Americans react to British adverts. I find it funny. Did you want to do any more, or are you going to go off and eat or something for your time? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think I might be doing one more race, and I think that might be it for today. It's alright. Catch you later then. Take care. Yeah, no worries. Anytime. Oh, for sake, this heat is killing me. for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Penguin. Dun, dun, dun. Ba-ba-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, that was smooth. And over we go. Ooh, that was a nice jump. Rush this way. Evening. You made me look away from the screen there, Adam. I was wondering when you were going to jump in and say hi. Ah, fair enough. Anything interesting, sweet? Anything nice? Fancy. Yes, this is the TuesFred race that I was talking about. I'm like halfway through it though. And you see the timer of how quick I've gotten up here. World record is at about 11 minutes. That's how slow this is. The subway was alright. Nothing too special to write home about. Oh, thanks for the follow. Just saw that out the corner of my eye. Oh, for fuck's sake. Canada? What the hell are you on about Canada for? No, 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 no. Oh my god. Ah, fair enough. But yeah, you caught me towards the end of the stream, Adam. This is the last race of the night. No, 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 no. Well, this is going to take much longer than expected. Ah, fuck's sake. Yeah, Adam, have you ever seen a bicycle fly? Ta-da! And that's the quick way down off the top of the mountain with the bicycle. Just to tell you how slow this race is going, Adam, the world record to finish it is 16 minutes 38 seconds, I believe. Yeah. And this does not want to turn. But yeah, no, if we can still work on the when you want to do a Range or Rover and whatnot, yeah, I'm good for it. Whenever. As long as it's not the all trains Rover. Range or whatever it is. Thursday, yeah, can do. If we can try and do a smaller one, then I can get back to my Thursday stream. 6 o'clock. If not, then I'll just have to skip the stream. It's no big deal. It's just another 2 hours of doing this, but in reverse. Negotiating it back. Ah, fair enough. Okay. Quickly do a one-hand driving. Uh, 80. Oh, it says world record is 1618. Oh, well, I should have got a faster car. Alright, to the bridges. the end of that up. And across the line. Might as well do the time trials while I'm here. Where is it? See it. Oh, hang on a minute, I think I've done this. Yeah, I've done it this week. Well, that'll be it for the live stream. Thank you for everyone who came and watched. Special thank you to Deranged Carmen for joining me for a few of those races. And I'll either see you on Thursday. If not, it'll be Saturday for the next stream. If I'm here Thursday, it'll be Durf Thursday. And if not, on Saturday, I'll be playing, well, I don't know what I'll be playing, but I'll be playing a different game on the PC. So until then, thank you all again for coming. And for those watching this video, thank you for watching this long. Goodbye, and take care to all of you.